again. Okay, so I do need a new link. Boo! Ah! Alright, so I should be back. You should see a pause screen. So if you do not, please tell me. Looking at the stream itself, it looks like you can just see the menu, which is good. I'm gonna share the link on. I do see pause and an explosion or something in the background. Yes, this is like the final phase of the fight. Leviathan is in the air, and there are all these wind tornadoes. Okay. So this is the new link that I have in... Okay, good. Alright, I think I'm good to continue. I'm glad that happened now rather than in the middle of the story. I'm messaging AJ. Alright,
Watch yourself.
yeah, so I kind of have to avoid these wind tornadoes.
Let me handle this.
Barrett, the big head. Do you think we'll have... Like, we will not. To me, I am going to prepare for school tomorrow, obviously, but... I do not think it is too likely. And I don't think we'll have a remote day. Either.
It's on you.
Okay, let's go.
Let's see, is Thunder gonna work now?
Gotta sting.
It works, it just does barely any damage. Do you have any thoughts, Adrian, as to what you think will happen?
Come on. There.
Is that it?
Yeah, you really gotta attack him when he's down like this.
Deal with that.
Other than that, you can't really deal much damage in this phase. I can probably stagger him. Nice.
Strike hard and fast.
I don't know if this will actually kill him. No.
Come on. There.
Okay.
Watch yourself.
I got this.
Almost dead, which is very good.
Let me handle this. Gotcha.
Ooh, that's not good.
Let's do this.
I'm gonna cure myself. I don't think we'll have school, but I also would rather have a remote day tomorrow and a snow day Friday. Yeah, it sounds like this school is going to do snow days first and then remote days. But yeah, that would be nice. Part of me wants to not have school tomorrow, mostly because I have a quiz tomorrow that I don't want to take. And there it is. I've won.
Drag it out.
No need to be really.
Marvelous. Leviathan, the patron deity of Wutai, is not an enemy to be trifled with. Together, you can cleanse the world of the Shinra Scourge.
Yay. Yes, that is Leviathan.
I look forward to receiving all of your future battle intel.
So, again, I'm not going to be able... This is acquire all 16 weapon abilities. There are actually 24 in the game. So I don't know where that number's coming from. And then here you have to master all 12 types of magic materia, so you have to fully level them up, which I'm also not going to be able to. And this is the last time you can see Chadley in the story, I believe.
Hey, those officers.
But yeah, that's that. Ifrit, Shiva. I'll keep Fat Chocobo. But I think I'll swap Ifrit for Leviathan. There will definitely be several more opportunities to use summons.
I heard.
So first things first, I forget who told us exactly that we might find some help in the mansion, or I think it's called Corneo Hall.
No one's home.
Long time no see. What brings you back here?
Well, we need to find a way to get topside as quickly as possible. And we figured Corneo ought to know one.
Is that so? In that case, I can help.
You serious? Then tell us.
Follow me.
Let's just hear
Yeah,
him
so
out.
Corneo's kind of gone at the moment. That's why, you know, we're not being attacked.
So, what's the deal with the hole?
Unfinished business. If you three give me a hand with it, I'll give you what you need to get topside.
You want us to go back into the sewers with you? What's down there?
Corneo's hidey hole. That's where I'm headed.
You're not gonna try to screw us over, are you?
If that's what you think, walk away. I'll find somebody else to work with. And you'll have to find another way to get topside.
All right, we're in.
Say what?
He betrays us, he dies.
Fine by me.
He means it.
I'll tell you more after we've climbed down. When you're good to go, let me know.
Alright. One thing I forgot to do is upgrade weapons. So I'm going to do that. Corneo dead for telling your group about the Shinra attack. Yeah, he is in trouble with Shinra for doing that. I don't know what the best thing to get would be. I think I'm just gonna go for more attack power. I can get a load of materia slots too. which is also very helpful, but I think I'll just go for pure damage output. Oh, everyone's weapon level 5. I guess I thought weapon level 5 was the final level. It's actually 6. So I was actually wrong about that in a previous stream. I'm gonna keep it with Big Bertha. Steel Pincers and Wrecking Ball, I'm not gonna really show them off, but they're essentially melee weapons, which are pretty interesting. Because it pretty much completely changes how Barrett plays. So yeah, I'm gonna go for more attack power. This gives you a connected slot, so you can connect 2 slots. We'll go for that. What is trade-off? Recover MP when receiving significant damage. Okay. Tifa time. And even more attack power. So, everybody's gonna be very powerful. Which is very nice.
You guys ready? Okay. Follow me.
Seriously, what's the deal with the hole?
It's a trap for the Dawn's enemies.
What?
No one's ever gotten out alive. Well, until recently, that is.
The Ancients, one of the world's first civilizations. This race of people were capable of hearing the voice of the planet. Few records of them remain, and most information has been lost. They are still of great interest to Shinra, however. Followed by Fat Chocobo. Avalanche HQ. So HQ is sort of like that main branch. Again, the Avalanche that a lot of people died in an earlier stream. That's kind of an off-branch. Barrett, Jesse Biggs Wedge have kind of separated from HQ.
You are gonna hold up your end of the bargain, right?
Long as you hold up yours. Yeah.
I don't trust you and I don't like you. So if you so much as breathe in a suspicious way, I'll turn that face of yours into a honeycomb.
I'd save your bullets for the monsters if I were you. Some are a lot tougher than you'd think. Hate to say it, but I can barely take them on my own. You, on the other hand, shouldn't have any trouble. Am I right?
You're right.
Let's get this over with.
Sewers.
Head for the trunk line. It marks the border with Sector 7. You 3 lead the way. I'll follow a short distance behind.
So most of this is gonna look pretty similar. There was one area in particular that we were unable to get past. Also, let me just make sure. Okay, good. There's still one more side quest. there's still a Corneo secret stash to find, and that's going to be in the sewers.
I won't lose.
No holding back.
More Sahagins. So AJ, when you're watching this later, I hope you remember
I see you.
these guys in both remake and original. I'm getting pretty strong to the point where I can just kind of spam attack in Punisher mode and deal a lot. As you can see, I got turned into a frog. That's the frog status effect, or the status ailment. And it turns you into a frog. Pretty funny. It's also in the original game.
Piece of cake.
Take out these guys so that way no one in the party falls asleep.
Anytime now.
And I countered. Yeah, everyone deals a ton of damage, so it's starting to get on the easier side to take out these enemies. When before, I believe I died against one fight where you had 3 of them at once. I just wasn't careful, which is why I died, but
You're ready to deal with that.
oh well.
Keep it up.
Yeah, everybody's just dealing a ton of damage. Barrett is gonna kind of deal the least. Again, he's more of a tank, but he can still deal a good amount of damage. Nobody is really obsolete. You can really get good at every character. And there's so many different things you could do with each character. I mean,
You're mine.
you can have different materia builds to maybe
Get ready.
make the strong aspects of the characters even stronger, or try to account for their own weaknesses. Like, for example, all of the characters besides Aerith are gonna be weaker in terms of magic capabilities, but you can counteract that by equipping weapons that basically trade off physical strength for magic power. And then you can have weapons with more slots, some with less slots, and different stats. There's just so many different ways you can really customize your characters, which was a big part of the original, because I mean there was a ton of customizability with the materia system in the original.
You're nothing. I'm ending this. So tired.
Oh, fell asleep. That's what I was kind of trying to prevent. That's okay. Cloud is taking some hits. He's still asleep, so I'm not going to be able to heal him off for a little bit. Is there a connection between magic and the ancients? Magic and Mako? I mean, not really. I mean, every Final Fantasy has some kind of character who has like a mage class, you could say, like a white mage and a black mage. Those archetypes show up in all the Final Fantasies. Cloud taking a power nap. So, I mean, because magic shows up in every Final Fantasy, there isn't too much of a connection. I would say there is one between, like, magic and Mako, because they're both, like magic is, you know, this magical energy, and then Mako is harvested energy from the planet's own energy. So, I mean, there's definitely a connection there.
Ain't got nothing on me.
And then, of course, you know, all materia is just condensed Mako. And then the ancients, other than that little biography page that in the loading screen that I explained and read.
Walk of Avalanche. Right. Jesse and Big stashed the skeleton key down here.
I never got the chance to thank them for what they did.
Tifa.
Let's just keep moving, okay?
Hate to interrupt, but the trunk line's just through that door. The one over there.
Yeah, we heard you.
Let me try and think of what I was going to say. So other than what I said about the ancients and what you know about Aerith being an ancient, there's not much else I really want to say. AJ, who's gonna watch this after the fact, is gonna have a lot more knowledge about the ancients and sort of what they did and why there's not too many of them today. But there is some more lore that you find out about the ancients.
Maybe.
So I will let the game get to that.
There should be a door with Corneo's mark on it around here somewhere.
Hey, wasn't this locked before?
Your time to shine. Clear the path ahead, would you?
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? Why did you help us out before? You could have lost everything.
Andrea, you told me to.
That really it?
And I couldn't bring myself to let it happen again.
Huh?
It doesn't matter. Let's go.
Yeah, the lore in this game about, you know, Mako and the planet and the ancients goes pretty deep, and I really like that stuff in the original game, and also when they touch upon it in Remake. Of course, there's a ton that Remake doesn't get to that I really love about the original. I mean, that's just kind of because this is only the Midgar section of the game in the original. They do add a lot more than was in the original Midgar, and sort of delve into the ancients and some plot elements in more detail than the original did, which is nice. But yeah, it's tricky for me to say to pick either the original or the remake as my favorite. I mean, for one thing, they both have their strengths and weaknesses.
Wait.
And also, remake just doesn't cover everything.
We're getting close to Corneo's
So I can't compare
I'll take the
a quarter. You could maybe say Midgar is a quarter of the original game, although I'd say that's even an overestimation. But yeah, you can't compare, like, I don't know, a quarter of a painting to the whole painting. I mean, I think both games are great, and they each have things they do very well and things that aren't as good, but despite that, I love both of these games.
This is.
Yeah,
So how are we supposed to get topside?
through here.
Then you're telling me we're not done?
Sorry,
You
guys,
see what I mean?
but it's not that simple.
Yeah, I mean, going by the quality of this game, I think that the future sequel to this game or future sequels to this game, if they stay on the same quality, I'm going to have, like, Remake could potentially surpass the original for me. I think it's that good. And again, I was going into Remake, I was a little worried. I mean, I was wondering, you know, is Square Enix gonna be able to develop and expand Midgar to make an entire game while also making it really engaging and fun and faithful to the original, which is a really big task, but they really nailed it.
It's over. Keep it together.
I got this.
Break yourself.
Watch yourself.
Fight through it.
Yeah, so when you get turned into a frog, your abilities change. You can do like a jump and just like very minor damage. Obviously, you don't want to get turned into a frog. That's not good.
Where the hell did that thing run off to?
Oh. As if this wasn't enough fun already. Area up ahead. Once that thing's dead.
And you know, even with the between Remake and the original, there are some distinct differences that if you played the original, you can really see. Turning into a frog is quite a conundrum. Yes, it can be quite annoying in the original game. when you're turned into a frog and then you fall asleep and then, you know, all these things. I'm just making sure I'm going the right way. But yeah, if you played the original, I mean, I've mentioned before that the kind of ghost, hooded people, hooded things, whatever they are that show up in this game are new to Remake. So that's one of the biggest things in terms of actual differences. Not just, oh, this is in Remake, but it's not in the original. It's, you know, in the original did this, and then Remake did that. So it's very interesting to compare both in terms of what they do differently. And again, now I talked about I can't really compare the two of them, which can sound like it's a paradox, but I hope you can see what I mean in terms of when you play the original, you'll see, oh, well that didn't happen in the original, and in Remake they did that.
See ya.
Oh, I should assess these guys.
Well, shit.
We can't go on like this.
Not a contrast, but a compare. Oh yeah, I guess you're more contrasting. Yeah, I can contrast the games, but I can't compare them in terms of which one I like more. I think that's a good way to say it.
Gotta win at all costs.
Allow me.
So these are Abzu Shoats? Offspring of Abzu. So again, this is an example of something that is more of an addition to Remake than a change. Again, in the original, you kind of fight Abzu, and that's it. Here, you kind of fight his offspring.
second wind.
And you also return to the sewers. You actually don't come back to the sewers in the original. Oh. Now I'm a frog.
Okay, let's go.
Oh.
It's on you.
It's not very nice. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about differences between the original and this game. Because, of course, that would, you know, give away some things if you're planning on playing the original, which it sounds like you are.
Take the lead.
All set. Too late. Go for it. Keep it up. Come on.
Good job.
Whatever, man. Let's go.
So I can use another cure. It's probably fine. Living as a frog is quite the hassle. You are not playing the original, for you are poor in Steam monies. Yes, I know you're not playing the original right now. It just seems like you might get it in the future. Again, I would say I would recommend to play the original rather than simply waiting until the next remake. I mean, for one thing, you get to play the original FF7. It's a great game, and I'll explain why I give that recommendation once I get to the end of the game.
It's over. Deal with that.
Okay, let's go. Hang in there.
Living as a frog is quite the hassle. Remake? That would be really weird.
Come on.
Oh, bye Tifa.
Don't look now. It's about to get real.
Not good.
Got a lot of fun. Give it all you got.
Whoa.
That's that.
Come on. Remake. Yeah, so I mean, the original game came out in 1997, and I think the first time when people realized, you know, they might want a remake is around when they revealed the PlayStation 3, and they did a tech demo with the PS3, and they showed the opening of FF7 updated to reflect the graphics of the time. So of course it looks miles better than the original. So that got people thinking about, you know, a remake, and thinking, oh, is this going to turn into a remake? Is Square Enix actually going to make a remake of the original FF7? The best-selling and most popular, most well-known Final Fantasy, I would argue. And probably some moments that are just iconic Final Fantasy moments that, you know, someone who hasn't even played the original FF7 might even know about. That's how much of a big deal some of the things in the original are. But anyway, that was in like the mid-2000s. So then, the next thing that happened was, I mean, so people were hoping for a remake for a very long time. Then in 2015,
My turn.
I don't know what event it was, but they showed the reveal trailer for Remake. Leapfrog.
I got this.
About damn time. Time for a serious ass whooping.
But 2015 was the reveal trailer for Remake, so it was finally official. Do Do you think there will be an actual Final Fantasy? Well, if the series does awful enough, I guess they won't make any more games. But there's a lot of... It kind of has a legacy to it. So even if, you know, if you have some RPG that you're making, and it's from Square Enix, they could just say, you know, hey, we're making a JRPG, it's turn-based, or whatever it is. Like, why don't we put Final Fantasy on it? It would sell better. So yeah, the Final Fantasy games have a lot to live up to in terms of their best games. Of course, there are some games that received some mixed reception, but I would say for the most part there are some really good Final Fantasies. I think I see particularly 6, 7, and 10 at the highest of people's list. So anyway, to talk more, so this is the first thing that wasn't there. There are a few things that are kind of weird that Square Enix did. The first thing was they revealed Remake before they had to finish writing the scenario of the game. So before they even knew, you know, the complete sequence of events, they were already revealing the game. So full development had not even begun yet. And it was, you know, at least a few months after the reveal trailer to where they actually started developing the game. The second thing they did that was kind of questionable. Again, I mean, I guess it's fine they announced it. People really wanted to see it, but I feel like they announced it a little too early. So anyway, oh, don't go in the poison. So anyway, next thing that happened was they actually outsourced the development of this game to a developer. So they were making a lot of assets and a lot of things, a lot of which ended up making it into the final game. However, I guess Square Enix looked at how the game was going and said, you know, this isn't to our standards. This isn't going to be good enough for Final Fantasy VII Remake. So they took some of what they did and started developing it in-house, which I think was the move to make. So that happened around 2016-ish, 2017, and in 2017, so then we get to 2017, and they had one more trailer that was in 2015, and then also some key art. Other than that, there had been no news about how Remake was going, and there would continue to be no news about Remake until around May of 2019, when there was some PlayStation live stream, and out of the blue they just dropped a new trailer for the game, and then over the next year they really hyped up Remake. So that's the history of a Final Fantasy VII Remake. As for the sequel/sequels to the game, I mean, before this game came out, they've said, you know, we wanted to release the games episodically, but also to the fullest they can be. So, not in terms of a Telltale game or a Life is Strange deal, where there's sort of, you know, a few hours per episode. Here, the episodes would be full 30-hour games. To really do the game full justice in a remake.
It's on you.
What? Okay. Need to pay attention a little bit. Oh no.
Sorry,
Let's do this.
We'll get through this.
Uh,
I'm just getting started. There.
what else? I see your question. I'm gonna answer it in a second.
Give him your all.
So, again, I feel like there should be 3 remake games. I think that would be a good number, to me at least. It wouldn't be crazy long, we wouldn't be waiting 20 years to see the end of Remake. But at the same time, I think that would be the perfect amount. As for where I think in the original Remake 2 will lead up to, there are 2 points that I think would be really good to end Part 2 on. And then I'm hoping Part 3 will just finish everything. So, was I excited for the game when the trailers came out? So, in 2015, I had not played the original Final Fantasy VII, but I mean, I was around to hear the news and the hype and the reactions for the remake reveal trailer. I mean, there's so many hours you can watch of just people freaking out and being gate, by the way. I'm going to come back here later. Very shortly, actually. So, I mean, I was like, oh, that's cool, but, I mean, I hadn't played the original, so I didn't really have any hype myself. This is kind of a mini-boss. Is Chibi is Shoat or Shoat? Not too sure which one it is.
It's on you.
Let me handle it.
So, again, when there was that long drought from like 2017, really 2016 to 2019, I didn't have to deal with that really. My first playthrough was in 2019, like the first few months of 2019. So I became a very big FF7 fan in time for that 2019 trailer. So from that point on, I was really, really excited for Remake. And I was excited for Remake the more I played the original. Because there were some parts where I'm thinking, you know, how are they gonna put this into Remake? How is that gonna work? How are they gonna put in a house? How are they gonna do this or that? But again, like I said, I was a little worried, but I was very much hyped. Everything they were showing looked amazing at E3 2019. I'll talk about that E3 after the cutscene.
That's not a key.
Sorry.
That's not your pendant either. Were they family?
No.
It was all just a dream, wasn't it? But one day, no. Time to wake up and forget.
"6 months ago. On that day, Corneo picked her as a bride, and on the next, she vanished without a trace. But before she did, she gave it back. Salt on the wound. Thing cost me a small fortune."
Yeah, I would say Leslie is my favorite new character in Remake.
Revenge. I know I need to let go, but I can't. I need closure, because without it, I'll never be able to move on.
It's fine. As long as you get us topside, we're still in.
Thanks. And don't worry. I got you.
You all right?
I know a shortcut. Follow me.
Okay. I might be able to go back now? I forgot. I'm gonna make a save right now in case I lose access to that gate. But anyway, at E3 2019, they really showed off the combat and the fact that the game was on 2 discs, which made the game almost 100 gigabytes of storage. Pretty insane. But at E3, they had a playable demo for the bombing mission, the first chapter in the game, and there was just so much praise for that one section of the game. There were people who had disbelief, you know, how is Remake going to stay this good for 30 hours? And they do it. And again, if you go back to the first stream and watch that first chapter again, you'll see, like, it's just as good as what I'm doing now. So anyway, yeah, there is a lot of backstory for side characters. I'm hoping that a lot of them, you know, I hope that it adds up to making the world even bigger.
Corneo's mine,
Because,
mine alone.
again, in the original, you get a big sense of scale as to, you know, you're really small. Again, in the original, when you leave Midgar, the game essentially becomes an open world game. And you see that Midgar was just this small blip on the map, and there's so much more to go to. I think that's a great moment. But yeah, so what made me want to get into this game series? So I first played this game with Jared over the course of a few months in 2019, and I would say we both wanted to play the original before we played Remake. I think that's really what it came down to. I'd heard many good things, and with all the hype around Remake, we thought, you know, what a perfect time to go and check it out, and I'm really glad I did. So this is the Sahagan Prince.
It's on you.
Hang back.
Ow, got turned into a frog.
All set.
With 2 people turned into frogs, this isn't too good.
Still in.
But yeah, I could really talk about FF7 for hours.
You're up.
Like, there's just so many aspects of it that I love.
Keep it together.
All right. Watch this up. Here it comes.
I got this.
Oh, Cloud turned into a frog right when he was going to unleash a good ability.
Watch yourself.
Need my help, do you?
There's bubble breath. So I have 2 frogs and one Barret. Well, that's not fun. I can revive. Oh, I can use items when I'm a frog. So I can probably heal Barret back up Cloud use a potion on himself. And he's gonna turn into a human in a sec.
Let's do this.
Alright, now we just have the Prince. So having less enemies is definitely gonna help.
Don't overdo it. Bring it to him.
Ah! That was a bit of a
Stick it
fail.
out till the end. Finish him off.
Alright, so this is the last Corneo stash, and we get an enfeeblement ring, an elixir, which is a full HP MP restore, which is really good.
Okay,
And there's the
then.
Emerald
Now
Tiara.
the question is, now what? It's not gonna be easy selling this stuff.
Oh, I know. What about Marl? We could ask her to help. I'm sure she'd be happy.
So, first I'm going to check out that item. So this enters battle with the Toad status effect. Makes the wearer feel as if they were a frog, staring into the eyes of a viper. So, starting the battle while being a frog, I don't think there's really a good reason to wear it. Would I say this game series was life-changing for me? I think so. Genuinely. Like the music, the characters, the story, the themes, they just really resonated with me when I played the original and when I play Remake. I think fool your enemies with frog form. Yeah. But I would say that the series, the game series of, I would say not really Final Fantasy as a whole. I haven't really played too many. I've played 15 and 1, and I'm currently playing through 10. And 15, I don't know, there hasn't been another game in Final Fantasy series to do quite what FF7 did. I would say FF7 and all its supplementary material, I have a very deep emotional attachment to. And again, I really wish I could really get into a talk with someone who has like played the original or like loves the game as much as I do, because I don't want to spoil the twists and all the really cool stuff. Again, Remake is amazing, but the really really good stuff is going to come in Remake and the sequel. Anything here? No. I mean, again, Remake is really good. Like, I barely have any complaints. Overall, it's fantastic. But there's even better stuff coming, to where, like, if in the original, with, you know, only several polygons per character and the graphics for the time and what the game managed to make me feel and think about, you know, seeing that in like a 2021 lens is gonna like blow my mind.
Wait outside.
I would say Midgar might have
Gonna be okay going in alone.
might be the area okay. I think it's the stretch in the game with the most iconic moments back to back to back. In the original, you play through the Midgar section, and I feel like it just sticks with you the entire rest of the game. which is it's really nice. So, I mean, there's a lot of moments coming that it's not like I'm excited for, but you know, like there's I don't know, I won't get into it. But I would say in terms of the moments, let me think about this. There's just a lot of memorable moments in Midgar that were adapted, made into remake really, really well. And there are many more to come. But I just think Midgar has the longest stretch. It's about like 7 hours, I would say, in the original. You are here. Hello, AJ. Adrian. You're welcome. Yeah, I love talking about FF7. If you can't tell, please ask me more questions. I would love to answer them. So, AJ, since you missed a little bit... Oh, I kind of went the wrong way. So, we went back to see Leslie at Corneo's mansion, and he has a way to get us into the upper plate, into Shinra, where Aerith is right now. And we got some backstory for Leslie. But I'm sure you're going to go and watch this afterwards in full, so I won't really give that away. Again, I'm looking. I recovered all of the stashes, so I think I'm ready.
It's Leslie! Got some urgent info for the Dawn!
You actually came at a great moment.
Come alone.
Of course.
It's Corneo.
Really? Without my little avalanche kittens? I thought I told you to round them up and bring them to me.
Actually, it's them I came to talk about.
Leslie.
So you don't just climb up on a
I don't
rope.
think I need to remind you
That's
why I'm down here.
that's a little too simplified.
Spilling the
I mean, you
beans
kind
to those
of
three
like
escape artists
go
was
from
a
rope to
serious
rope
mistake.
and
Now I'm on
use
Shinra's
fans.
shitlist. The plate stunt was meant to be an unprecedented tragedy, claiming countless innocent lives. But those naughty little kittens organized an evacuation and screwed up the plan.
the way you get up out of the
I'll let you
slums
in on a secret.
to
Shinra's
get on your way to
abandoned
rescue
Midgar
Aerith are
and
kind
build
of
something
different in
close
the
to
original and
paradise.
remake.
I was invited to be a part of it.
And
Dawn
I
of a
don't
new and improved
I don't really see
law
any
market.
negatives to either
I'll
way.
be lucky to live another week.
He hesitated. Omae mo shinderu.
Leslie.
I don't know what
was gonna let
you.
run your own
I can't
place.
read kanji, so
Give you a piece of the action.
that's my
What a
my
shame.
translation.
Pop quiz time, kiddo. Villains like us only divulge our evil.
Oh, AJ, I also got
in a certain
Leviathan,
situation.
a
But what
new
is
summon.
that situation?
which is water-based, kind of like a sea serpent kind of thing.
Goodbye.
Think again, Dawn.
Huh? It's you.
You were talking about the Sector 7 plan. Keep talking, asshole.
Ah! Over there! Over there, look!
Don't try to bullshit us.
But that's the thing. It's not technically bullshit when it's true.
Oh no!
Good, Abzu! you. Feel free to play with your food. Gone out.
Master.
First him, then Corneo.
Oh. So this is Abzu once more.
No escape. Get ready.
There are also these little guys. They're really weak. In this battle.
Deal with that.
Oh right, I still have Elemental Thunder. I forgot about that. I think I'll keep that. For future after this. For the future after this fight. Everyone's doing pretty good. Oh, we just kind of moved away. A little unfortunate. Ouch.
Taking over.
Spiritual
It's
Thunder.
on you.
About damn time. Here it comes. You're up.
Hang back.
I like the boss music here. I think it's the same as it was when you fought him the first time, but I still like it. Oh, I thought I could have gotten out of that. And now, oh jeez. Please, no! Well, now I gotta revive Cloud, and I gotta heal them pretty quick. Cloud. Well, that's what Phoenix Downs are for. Bad Abzu.
Be careful.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go for Tifa. She has less health. And let's hope I can just heal myself now. Okay. Yeah, again, it can be hard to get out of the cycle of people dying and reviving them and healing, but I managed to get out of that with not too much trouble. Again, I think Cloud has the revive magic on, so you actually don't so you don't need to use Phoenix Downs with the revive. Yeah, it's raise. I probably should have used that. What are your thoughts on the Unseen Hook episode 7 clips? Well, as Mr. McGrath has said, I've actually watched up to episode 10. I'm like halfway through episode 10. I'm just gonna guard. I don't know if I can counter. Yes, I can.
Keep it together.
So I'm pretty far ahead in comparison to you or AJ. I liked seeing Sebastian again, and I was surprised to see Lady Marchmaid die. And I think, is Anthony Blanche in that episode? If he is, then I would say I was happy to see him again, but I forget if he actually is in that episode.
Stay strong. You're up.
All the times.
Oh my gosh. Everyone's getting low on health again. He is there at the party? Oh, right. Yes.
After you.
Yes, I like the scenes with him. I don't know if you saw, there are clips with like a huge riot in the streets. I think it kind of has to do with like communism, and it also is the start of Charles wanting to like join the military in some way. I don't know if that's in the clips, but yeah.
Let's switch it up.
Well, Tifa's dead again. Oh, I can use a summon though.
Take it from here. Bring it.
I'm gonna revive with Barret. And then... Jeez! Well, Cloud's gonna die. And then Mega Potion Tifa. Cloud, he's gonna get poisoned. I'm gonna do this. I might die for this. Okay, so the limit didn't work. Alright.
Got some fight left in you.
Here's the plan. I heal Cloud up. That's my priority.
I've got your cover.
I know a man.
Ah, come on. This isn't going well. Yeah, Cloud said it best. I think he's in 6th. That was about the labor strikes. Maybe? I don't remember, to be honest. Don't die, Cloud.
No holding back.
Okay. Raise Tifa.
Still up for it?
Then... Oh, I can't use his summon?
Need a breather.
Alright, I was gonna try... I guess I'll show off that Chocobo a little. If he doesn't die. I think I mainly got into trouble because I was trying to do cool stuff when I really couldn't. Or when it wasn't a good idea. The infinite loop of reviving Tifa and her dying again before you can heal her. Yeah. Here's Fat Chocobo. So here, kaboom! Oh jeez. Alright, whatever. That wasn't my best fight. I feel like I usually do better. I was just trying to do cool things, like use summons. When I should have just focused on dealing damage.
You okay?
Is that alcohol worth the happiness Sebastian feels when
bastard got away.
drinking? I think that the point of him being able to drink is more about he has the choice to drink or not. So I think it's more like,
I'll track him down
it's more
eventually.
important that
Not like
it's
I
his
haven't
choice rather than
I wouldn't be so sure about
like
that.
what he's getting out of it.
She could still be out there.
can never be sure how much someone means to you till they're gone. Don't give up on her yet.
Was it a message? What was she trying to tell me?
We'll meet again.
Huh?
It's a symbol of reunion.
He got his glasses back. Yeah. I need to buy a
And
weapon
I guess I've got no choice but to find
at
her
Walmart.
first.
So I need to
Thanks.
remember that.
Hold up. I think you might be
I'm gonna
forgetting
get
something.
an opportunity
I
to
haven't.
roam around again after this cutscene.
Found it. Let's get out of here. And then I'll give you what you need.
Okay. Head back up. Would you risk committing a sin for a long-term happiness? Oh, so that's what you're getting into. I don't think that with Sebastian that's the dilemma.
Taste that sweet Midgar small.
I think that's the idea
way.
Julia gets with her and Rex, at least at first. As you can see, there was a line about Julia and Rex maybe not getting along as
Grappling
well,
guns.
but that's kind
can
of what
practically
Julia was
fly
saying.
with
You know,
the
is it
seatbelt
worth
motors
committing
on
a
these
sin
babies.
to save someone else or to be happy?
Sector 7 is on the other side of that wall.
And she kind of
The
sacrifices
guns will
her
get you
state
over
of
and past
grace
it,
to
along with
be
any number
happy
of other obstacles.
when, you know, ended up not really being happy.
But they're one-way tickets.
Grappling
So
guns!
once you start up, there's no coming back. You should probably get your affairs in order, just in case.
Thank you.
So this is the real point of no return.
Didn't tell you before, but we're looking for
Whoa,
someone
new
too.
ODM gear.
That right.
Hook shot.
Hope you find it.
You too.
Let's go.
I am going to be back in one moment. I am back. Do we see Leslie in the future? Well, after we leave this place and go on to the next chapter, we're not going to see him again, I believe. I don't think the ending cutscene features him. So, yeah, it's a little sad, but it makes me think that Leslie is going to show up again in some way. I feel like they wouldn't characterize someone in this game for them to not really do anything else in the future.
Oh, what brings you here?
Gifts from an angel.
They're to be used to help the people of Sector 7 rebuild.
The angel of the slums? You didn't meet her, did you? Tell me, what was she like?
Never met her.
Oh, bless her sweet soul.
Yeah, so this is kind of the conclusion to the whole Angel of the Slums side quest storyline.
Something tells me you can use it.
Cloud gain 10 SP.
This is about all I could.
I am definitely going to go and buy more items. I have so much gil. Oh wait, I can't even. I can only get 9. Okay. Or oh, I can get more. So I'm gonna go for that. 18. I'm good on everything else. It's not like this is my last chance to shop, but yeah. Anyway, time to go back to Wall Market. Fish gill. So time to head back to Wall Market. There is actually another weapon for Cloud I can buy. Okay, this is the right way, just making sure. And I believe it's at the same spot as... So, the weapon I'm using is Cloud right now. I believe it's called Hard Edge. I actually bought when I first came here to Wall Market. So now I'm going to buy another weapon. This lack of music is unnerving. Yeah, there's usually a lot of music playing. I don't know. It's more of a calm, the calm before the storm. Things are gonna really, really ramp up, and there's gonna be, honestly, like, no room for... Okay, weapons store. No room for breathing. I mean, there is, but there's just going to be build up, and things are going to get more and more tense until the end of the game. So here's the Mithril Saber, which has the Blade Burst ability. Now, as you can see, it has an extreme magic focus.
Do come again.
I think I'm going to go and try and learn Blade Beam. How many slots does it have? 4. Okay. I'm just gonna reslot and continue. You must breathe.
You're kidding me.
So this is the way to leave. I'm done, right? I did everything. Did all the side quests. That was the last side quest in the game, actually. Yeah, I guess it is a little unnerving. Because it's meant to build up, like, oh, here we go.
This song helps me. You look a bit tired yourself. Here.
So that's the Wutai song. I think I've gotten, like, almost all of the music discs in this playthrough, which is really good. And I'm hopefully gonna get all the weapons, too. Again, you can miss some music discs, some weapons. So there's this down here. Oh, that's just the way out of the sewers. 3 Moogle medals. This is so sad. Oh, what is this? A letter from the Guardian Angel obtained, and I got an elemental materia. So I go to key items. I saw what you did for the people here, and on behalf of those you've helped, I just wanted to say thanks. You've shown a bit of sunlight on this dreary town. I attached a little something to this letter. It's not much, but I figured it might come in handy. Don't forget, you've got an angel watching over you now. The guardian angel of the slums. We've come a long way. Yeah, we have. Yeah, so this is, like, really the end of the whole Angel of the Slums arc, if you want to call it that.
Ready to do this? Once we start up that wall, we won't be coming back here anytime soon.
Climb over the wall.
So, when this is over, you gonna go on being a merc?
That's the plan.
Reckon it suits you.
Yeah, it does.
Used to think you were a little shit with a big attitude and a bigger inferiority complex. Quite possibly the worst person I have ever met. But that was before I figured you out. All this, it ain't you.
Deep down, you're a pretty nice guy. Didn't see it when we were kids, but...
Don't know about any of that. But kindness is no use on the battlefield. If anything, it's a liability.
Hey, no one's asking you to treat Shinra with kid gloves.
Aerith's up there waiting for us.
Then we better get a move on, huh?
Ready?
We can all be an angel of the slums of life. Yes. So here, moving on to chapter 15 of 18. The day Midgar stood still.
Goal 1. Kick some Shinra ass and save the planet. Goal 2. Save the girl while kicking more Shinra ass and get out.
Is this trespassing? We've been trespassing since the beginning of the game. Not quite yet.
No telling what's gonna collapse or when.
I mean, technically, I don't think we would be breaking any laws by simply going up the plate to the upper plate, but obviously, since our faces are known, we're gonna be big targets. This is Avalanche's theme. It's a new remake. I mean, it's shown up a few times before. But I really like it. It's new to remake.
Why did this have to happen?
Hey, you guys might want to turn around.
A friend of ours needs help.
It's too dangerous.
For you, maybe.
Is there a significance in the name Avalanche? I guess you could think avalanche. An avalanche is like a violent thing of nature, and I feel like avalanche stands for nature. They don't stand for the planet being harvested for the energy, which is what Shinra's doing. And then you could also see it in the form of, you know, avalanche, they're kind of extremists if you really think about it. I mean, blowing up a reactor, they didn't intend to blow up and ruin a whole sector, but yeah, they are kind of extreme in their methods. Okay, I do have a slot I can use for Cloud, but I just don't care about using it. Bioba Polis.
Allow me. You're done. It's on you.
Okay, let's go. Gotcha. Too late. Bring it. It's over.
Yeah, I like the music in this chapter. Again, it's original to remake, but it's still good. Have we met another soldier like Cloud yet, or at least an ex-soldier? We actually did meet a soldier in the third stream. His name is Roche, and he was kind of crazy. So if you want to see another soldier member, you can go to that stream.
Give him hell.
Other than that, we haven't seen any other soldier people. Again, being a Shinra soldier in it of itself is not being a part of soldier in caps. Soldier in caps is like the elite side of Shinra's military.
Keep it coming. I'm ready.
One step at a time, huh?
There's a mega potion. Yeah, again, the background for here, it is almost passable. I don't know if you can really tell on watching the stream, but the background is more of like a skybox, and it is not the highest of quality. Again, I like it, I'm appreciative of it, but it kind of looks off place compared to everything else. So I'm hoping that, you know, I'm sure there will be a PC release of this game on Steam, and when the time comes for that, that will most likely get fixed. Another thing that's interesting is that this game actually runs in 30 FPS in most circumstances. I believe some cutscenes might be 60, but like most of the game is a solid 30, not 60. So again, a PC release would probably have 60 FPS capabilities. If they decide to
take the lead,
kind of remaster the game for PS5, PS4 games are compatible with PS5, so all Square really needs to do is just kind of enable support for 60 FPS. It's really locked for now. Kind of an annoying fight. It's, again, this is one of the things where fighting enemies in the air isn't too fun. I understand that it's supposed to be kind of awkward because you have a melee person jumping up in the air, kind of meant for ranged characters, but yeah. Again, not a big deal. There's rarely any fights in the air. Does each sector have a pillar? I'm sure everyone would. Or each plate? Yeah, I would say I don't see why it wouldn't. I mean, we haven't... The other ones don't really come into play as much. Or really at all. Aerith died. It's annoying.
It's over.
Each sector has its own Mako reactor, so there's 8 in total for the 8 sectors.
Don't know what happened.
Now, I think in the original game, they were numbered 0 through 7. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think Remake might do it from 1 to 8. Or actually, hold on. I think the place we're going to might be the Sector 0 of Midgar.
If it comes apart while we're up there.
Now that I think about it.
We've made it through worse, you know.
Yeah, no kidding. It's a miracle we haven't been killed a dozen times over by now. It's a dead end.
Wonder if this rope belongs to
It's unsettling to think that every pillar has the computer to separate itself from the plate. Yes, it's not exactly the most...
Time for the grappling guns.
The best
Try to aim for that
way
part of the rope
to
that's hanging there.
support a plate.
Don't screw up and fall. By the way, how well you do with this grappling
Could have been
gun
done a little
will tell
better.
us a whole lot about you.
Just remember, we can't come back down. Are you
The
ready?
one way I can kind of justify it, so here you can
I
use the
think I see a
grappling
rope
gun.
hanging off the top end.
The one way I can sort of think about it is like Shinra is doing the bare minimum to support its inhabitants, and it only cares about
Too
profit.
easy. This keeps up, I'm gonna get
That's the
bored.
one way I can sort of get around that detail.
Guilty.
Huh. We can take them.
We need to stay on mission.
Luckily, only the bad guys can separate the pillars from the plate. It's not like they would do anything bad.
Saving Aerith is our top priority.
Oh, wait. Whoa, it's the Guardians from Breath of the Wild. Should probably heal. Just to be super safe.
Get ready.
Whoa, who is this? Soldiers? Special troopers that have been enhanced with... We're all bad. So again, all soldiers are enhanced with Mako energy. That's where the Cloud's eyes... where his eye color comes from. The third class is the lowest, but even they are vastly more effective than standard troopers. So Roche from earlier, I'm pretty sure he would be a class 1. Cloud was in first class.
Calling fire. Enough. No holding back. That's it.
I said respond.
Alright.
This guy again.
Now I'm out of healing magic, which isn't ideal. But I think I will get another opportunity to rest soon.
Why don't we use our grappling guns to get up there? Jump over all this shit.
Not much choice.
What the? It's them! Avalanche! 2-3, this is 1-4, we have contact!
I guess everybody and their mother knows we're here now.
Get ready. I see you. Floppy.
Get something?
See ya.
Yeah, I have fought the elite. Just making sure I assess them. Holo troopers.
Don't overdo it.
Let's go. Watch yourself.
Yes, it's my turn. You ain't getting out of this. See ya. Over here. Surround him.
So I have elemental fire on my sword. I do not. So that move that I did, again, it's kind of red because of the sword, but if you hold the attack button, you get that animation. So it's kind of fiery, but I don't actually have elemental fire. If I did, then I'd be getting a weakness pop up on all of these guys.
Let's switch it up.
Target spotted.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, it does look like fire. Like, it might be, but it's just, I don't know. It's part of the weapon, not really magical.
I'm counting on you.
Let's do this. No holding back. That's that. Going in.
Ouchie.
Now you're in for it. Yeah. Deal with that.
I got it.
Nothing personal.
Bring it home.
Great. Hope you're ready.
Where am I? Oh, I'm not at all attacking an enemy. Oh, come on.
Finish him off.
Can you get added effect in this game? No.
Of course now.
Where the hell would being subtle?
Yeah, there's a lot of materia that doesn't show up in this game, and it makes sense. I'm sure they're saving a lot of the materia to have their first appearances in the next remake game, or maybe even the one after. I'm gonna use an ether, but again, I think I'm getting close to a bench. Oh, here it is. Yep.
What do you think? I just hope that this time it holds.
Nothing too important. Maybe I'll get some ethers. It'll be so hyped for when you can do added effect stop on bosses. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna stop in a little bit to give some buffer time for the direct watch along. But yeah, I got a little bit, I think, you know, talking about answering all those questions and talking about Final Fantasy VII and Remake made me go a little slower, but I mean, that's fine. It's just more stream then. More stream is always good. And I think I'm gonna try to not really rush through the end of the game. I don't want to go too fast, I guess. Because then it'll be gone and over with before you know it. Sorry. Yeah, don't be sorry. I really love talking about Remake. Again, the fact that I'm gonna be probably doing another stream, one more stream than I anticipated, makes me very happy. More time for you to finish OG before I finish this. Exactly. Again, I'm going to save the final chapter
That's the way to do
of
it.
Remake for a separate stream, because I am not able to directly stream it from my PS4. Instead, I will have to, I can get probably a good webcam and stream from my laptop camera and its webcam. I think that it would look okay. It wouldn't be absolutely awful. But yes, it is more time for OG. Again, you can see each floor is basically a certain meter count above ground level. So, again, the slums are on ground level, but the plates are really far above that. Again, in OG, and nothing wrong with this, but you basically go from leaving the slums to entering Shinra's area. Very beautiful. Yeah, I like the colors of, you know, kind of the sun setting. Let me check out that new thing I got. I don't know where it is. Whatever. Let's see. Where have I not gone? Can I go this way? Just trying to figure out where to go next. Don't know. So here's the bottom. No grappling here. Oh, here. Oh. There. Here's a blast ray.
Allow me.
Oh no! But oh wait, it's weak to thunder, you say? Well, that's pretty cool.
There, you're up.
Alright, watch it burn. Here, give them hell.
Hang back. I'm through with you.
Yeah, after this fight, I'm gonna stop. I don't know where the next autosave is or what. So I might have to repeat a little bit, but I'm fine with that.
Here we go.
Yeah, here, there's like a force beam that you can't really get past. But you kind of can. If you try hard enough.
One step at a time, huh?
Let's see. What's up here? Am I close to anything? I reached here. That's a turbo ether. So yeah, the sword is super cool. Yes, I really like it too. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here. Sort of getting a good amount into the chapter. Definitely will finish up quick. Or fairly quick. Next stream, and then I can make it to the upper plate, and then that's where the beginning of the end really is. So I hope all of you enjoyed. I will be a part of the Nintendo Direct watch along, so I will. Thanks again, you're welcome. Yeah, I love talking about this game, and I'm excited to continue. So I will be streaming again next week, and I will see you all then. Goodbye.